Procast is back, baby.
PlayStation 1 Hagrid.
He looks like I don't know, like a rock or a potato. I don't know.
Yeah. But he wasn't better on PC. He was just as polygonized.
Oh man, those games, the first 3D games, they are gold. All the first 3D games, in my opinion. They had so much charm and so much charisma that we don't see anymore, right?
Depends on how you define that. So I've played a lot of indie games with a lot of charisma, but they do feel differently. That's where I would agree. But then again, it might just be that we were young then.
That's true. That's true. Everything that you play or are influenced when you're young, you have this fond memory of, right?
Yeah.
Like I bet here and right now that in 15 years from now, all the kids and teenagers from today, they're gonna be saying, "Oh, TikTok was amazing. TikTok was so fun. Like it's the shittiest thing ever, guys."
People are going to say, "Remember when Twitter wasn't dead?"
Oh wow, yeah. What's the deal with Twitter? It's over.
I feel like it's on its way there, and this take might age poorly, but right now, how it seems, Elon Musk is completely destroying it by scaring off advertisers.
Oh, Twitter, you mean? I thought you meant Twitch. Yes,
no,
yes.
not Twitch, Twitter.
Twitter is on fire.
Twitter is on fire. Roasted bird.
I mean, I hope them the best.
Yeah. I deleted my accounts the other day just to be safe. I've read that they're not because they fired their security stuff. They might be very hackable at the moment, and as I didn't use my accounts anyways, I went ahead and deleted them.
But I think I read the same news, and the way I understood, they fired the guy who was responsible for not actually like the hackability of the accounts, but the impersonation or stuff. I don't know.
I've only come in contact with it peripherally, so I don't 100% know if what I just said wasn't complete nonsense. But yeah, I'm sure somebody will correct me. It is the internet. You can't say anything wrong without somebody saying, "Well, actually."
That's true. Yeah, I also don't use Twitter very much. I feel in some ways it feels like a fight. Every time that I go in there, it feels like just everyone fighting to see who is the most smart ass, who can say the most or write the most outrageous thing and feel smart about themselves. I don't know. That's just the feeling that I get. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not using the platform right. But that's just the gut feeling that I have. Just people trying to be right.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's like that with a lot of discussions on the internet. Just not people trying to understand points and maybe challenge their opinion to make a better one. Just trying to make everybody see my opinion is the right one, and that's a bit unfortunate. So I guess it's the curse of social media.
Yeah, but there's something about Twitter because it's text based, right? Everything is focused on writing small sentences. So you don't have a lot of space to do anything else.
Exactly. Try to make a nuanced point in how many characters is it? Not enough. Not enough to make a nuanced point beyond my opposing argument bad. So unfortunately, that's how it goes.
Do you listen to Joe Rogan?
No, I don't listen to Joe Rogan.
So I listened to this episode of Joe Rogan the other day, and he said something that I think makes a lot of sense. Is when you're typing something, you kind of feel a little bit anonymous. You don't have this confrontational element. You just feel protected behind your keyboard, and you feel that you can say anything without repercussion. And that's not how humans evolved to communicate. They evolved to communicate like ideally face to face in front of each other or in long conversation formats like we're doing. And that's how you can get information across efficiently. And psychologically speaking, I also discovered the other day that when you're actually looking at someone and have this emotional connection with someone who's actually there listening to you in front of you, maybe on a Skype call or Zoom call, or actually even better in real life, uh, your empathy levels, they are way higher. You actually care about the person as another human. And
Yes.
this does not exist on Twitter.
Yeah, it's very it can easily be very dehumanizing. But then again, I have not used Twitter too much, so I'm not really sure there.
Yeah. Man,
I'm,
I don't
I'm
know.
just having a good time seeing seeing what's happening there, because it's very entertaining seeing Chiquita post about how they recently didn't topple a government.
Who is Chiquita?
And the banana company.
Oh, the banana company. What happened?
Um, so I don't have my history ready to talk about it too much, but the way I understand it, there were some companies active in South America who actually toppled governments, and I think one of them was Chiquita. Take that with a grain of salt. I have not looked this up beforehand. It's just off the top of my head.
So I found some stuff on the internet. There's a tweet from Chiquita saying, "We've just overthrown the government of Brazil."
Exactly.
What the fuck?
That's what I was referencing. Of course, with the blue check mark thing, it's very easy to impersonate companies, and that creates these extremely funny tweets.
Another one from Eli Lilly, which is a drug company. They tweeted, they tweet. That's how I say it.
Tweeted.
They tweeted.
But they are a tweet, yes.
They said, "We are excited to announce insulin is now free."
And that
Which,
actually tanked their stock. You
yeah,
can't
which
make this up.
Elon, get this shit together, man. I mean,
Or not, it's very entertaining.
Nah, come on. I think he has good intentions, and he's trying to do what he feels is better, is the best, and
Does he though? I'm not sure. I think he just wants to make money, and proliferate his image as like this genius business person who is also maybe who is interested in the good of the world, which he is not, obviously. Or he wouldn't like fly to a destination that would be 30 minutes away by car. Um, and then he wouldn't oppose public transport. No, he wants to make money. That's his only MO. And he got into this hot water with Twitter by trying to cultivate his persona, his public perception, and that way he got into hot water. He tried to get out, but then a court was like, no, you have to pay Twitter now, and that's how this whole mess started. And of course, the guy knows nothing about running a social media company.
Making money for sure, I agree. Like that's every businessman goal. It's to make money. That's the first one. And also like do not know how to run a social media company. That's I agree. That's also true. But he also didn't know how to land rockets, right? And that's something. And that's something that I would like to point out is that his approach is try and error. He try and error again and again and again, and he has this really fast iteration cycles. And it's working on the rocket company, but I don't think that's been working on Twitter.
Yeah, and you know why? For the rocket company, he had a bunch of very, very smart engineers that built the rocket for him that he could say, well, we built a rocket, even though he had nothing to do with building the rocket. But for Twitter, he fired all the people who knew their shit. he fired a bunch of people because before he knew what they were doing, and then he had to approach them again. Please come back. We mistakenly fired you. And
Did he?
Yeah. I think he
rehired people.
He rehired people. He tried to. I don't know how successful he was. Like, if Twitter fired me, I wouldn't want to come back to work for Twitter when Twitter came crawling back. So I don't know what changed. Maybe he has surrounded himself with too many yes men at this point. But especially these mistakes he made, if you think like a couple of minutes about the implications of that such a decision might have, like selling the verification check mark that companies use to be recognizable and be immediately recognizable as the real deal, selling that to anybody for $8, you don't have to try that to realize it's a dumb idea. So yeah, we will see. It's extremely entertaining at this point. And maybe he will get his shit together. Maybe he won't.
Gizmodo wrote an article on Monday. Musk's Twitter looks to rehire some of the staff it booted last week. Elon Musk has had to walk back some of his 3,700 staff cuts after the company reportedly realized it needs some of those exit staff to make Twitter profitable. So from an exterior point of view, from where I stand, looks like he just fired a lot of people without a lot of thought.
Exactly. Like he didn't have the opportunity to think about that because he immediately went ahead and fired a bunch of people.
All right, yeah, that sounds a little bit. What would be the right word?
Rash? Not business savvy, I would say.
Maybe, yeah. Very. Oh man, what's the correct word for that? He's just act without a lot of thinking, right?
Yeah.
And again, I think that worked. It works when you have this mentality of trying and trial and error. If you have this possibility, but I think you went maybe a little bit too far on this one. Yeah, because when it comes to products, so let me make my point. When it comes to products, like putting the check mark and then taking the check mark, okay, I think it works great because like he's proving his ideas on the go. But then when it comes down to human workers and their jobs, maybe that's it's not only his products, like other people's livelihood,
Yeah,
that maybe a little bit too harsh.
Like,
yeah,
I mean, as a game designer, I am really in favor of fast iteration and the whole fail faster mentality. But you have to think about what you try there, because if one of the options is, hey, let's try to light the company on fire, and if it makes more money, then that's just not the best. You can see beforehand how that might have a negative impact.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sorry, I'm playing with the camera here. Yeah, that's for sure. But I don't think his intention was to just put the company on fire. Because if you like it or not, the guy he owns Tesla, SpaceX, the Boring Company. What else? He worked for
Neuralink.
Neuralink. So I think that he has an idea more or less how much employees a company should have and how much revenue this company should make. And I think that's my perception, is that he got on Twitter and he saw, okay, Twitter has this revenue, but it has way too many workers for this amount of revenue. And maybe from his experience, he just thought that's too much people. We can make a business work with this amount of people. But then his inexperience on the social media industry came in and he backfired. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. I'm just
he tried to make that decision himself while thinking that he knew enough to make the decision. Confidence level correlates with not knowing enough about the topic. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect, and that might be at play here. And I'm not saying that that only Elon Musk fell prey to the Dunning-Kruger effect here. Even knowing about the effect doesn't mean you're immune to it. Everybody does it. It happens to everybody. But if you the CEO of a multinational huge company, one of the richest people in the world, you can pay people for their expertise and then consider your decisions before you take them. But I guess that's why it's been so entertaining to watch, because you expect something different. You expect actually sound decisions from somebody who has made these extremely successful companies. Like the guy made PayPal. PayPal is a great business model. You expect him to make sensible decisions, and then he goes ahead and lights the company on fire, and everybody's laughing at him.
He's on God mode now. He's just playing around. That's what he's doing. That's what it feels like, right? He's just like, let's play. Let's have fun with
exactly.
this company. Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens. But I guess play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
I still have my Twitter account. I don't use it that much, but I still have it. I like to.
Yeah, I hope your podcast didn't get too political there.
No, that's great. That's great, man. We can talk about anything. I brought you on because you're a friend of mine, and I'm having fun. And we can talk about Twitter as much as we want. Do you use Facebook?
I do use Facebook. I do feel like a 50-year-old man when I go on there, but I do have my Facebook. I
Why?
don't use it. I just go on there and sometimes I read discussions because I have nothing better to do.
Why?
I
Why?
guess
I'm
when you
joking.
when you're sitting
joking.
at the bus stop and just oh well, I'm gonna take out my phone. Let's see what's new on Facebook.
I do feel older also when I use Facebook. That's weird, right? So many old people using Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, other than that, I just have LinkedIn, and that's actually useful to me. Except for people cold calling me, trying to sell me something, offer me a job, or get me to hire them. So that's one of the less less comfortable ways to interact with LinkedIn. But then again, at least as a guy, I don't get any unsolicited flirting attempts. So that's nice too.
Watch full episodes of the Brewcast on the main YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Bru Frasca.